Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Maggie had spent the night in the hospital, and Kayla checked her in with her. Maggie disclosed that an assessment verified Sarah's lack of feeling below her waist. Kayla had hoped that they could treat the inflammation and get better with medication. As he and Sarah waited for the most recent test results in Sarah's hospital room, Xander became restless. He calmed down when Sarah told him that she only needed him at that particular time. Sarah thought Xander should go home and see how Victoria was doing, even though she was glad to have him around. Xander resisted going at first, but Sarah talked him into it. When Maggie and Sarah later got together, Sarah said that she had wished Xander would spend some time out of the hospital. Maggie assured her daughter that Sarah would have all the assistance she needed when Sarah mentioned acclimating to the possible new reality. Fiona was part of the support system, something Sarah was happy about. Maggie also mentioned how Sarah had been supported and soothed by her coworkers. Sarah revealed that she had seen a number of patients with injuries comparable to Maggie's. She broke down in tears and swore that she would return to walking on my own 2 feet in the future. She also expressed gratitude for everything in her life and swore that she would not let the hit-and-run driver to prevent her from leading a happy and fulfilling life, even if she did not fully recover. Sarah also revealed how proud she was to be a doctor and how perplexed she felt because she was now the patient. Victoria was under Fiona's supervision at Sarah and Xander's apartment. She apologized to the young child for the harm she had caused to Victoria's mother. Fiona lamented the consequences if Xander ever found out. She reassured herself that she could not be held responsible for the incident if it turned out that Brady's automobile had been involved. Fiona remembered shoving a dozing Brady into the driver's seat. Xander opened the door and inquired, "What secret?" just as Fiona was talking about Victoria keeping it a secret. Xander was moved by Fiona's revelation that she had intended to give Sarah a photo of Victoria enclosed in a locket. Xander gave his mother an update on Sarah's health and shared some of his worries with her. A remorseful Fiona promised her help. After thanking her, Xander and Victoria departed to visit Sarah. Sarah sobbed to Maggie back at the hospital over not being allowed to see her daughter. Just then, Xander and Victoria in a stroller came into the room. With joy, Sarah wept and praised Xander for anticipating her needs precisely. Sarah soon became weary, and when Xander told her that Victoria could come over whenever she wanted, Maggie volunteered to take Victoria home. When they were by themselves, Sarah and Xander expressed their love and consolation to one another. As the pair watched in fear, Kayla arrived and informed that she received Sarah's test results. Xander and Sarah were notified by Kayla that a spinal cord issue had been found in the test findings. Kayla informed Xander that Sarah might not recover from the injuries she had sustained from a spinal cord stroke. Tearful, Sarah stated that she might never walk again as Xander embraced her. Brady stewed over an article concerning Sarah's accident while he was at John and Marlena's house. He remembered talking to Fiona the night of the accident about how he had arrived home. Kristen called Brady, perhaps informing him of her fears that Brady was somehow connected to Sarah's accident. After berating Kristen for her implication, Brady hung up. Brady later looked over his car and saw paint scrapes. The sound of tires screeching came to mind, and he shouted, "My God, no!" Brady called Fiona when he got back upstairs and insisted they get together in person. Later, Fiona showed up at John and Marlena's house. After letting Fiona inside and telling her about his recollections, Brady asked her if she thought he might have hit Sarah. In an attempt to allay Brady's worries, Fiona revealed that Sarah was also unaware of the tragedy. Brady, though, was horrified when Fiona brought up Sarah's potential paralysis. He proclaimed that he must surrender. Brady was cautioned by Fiona not to behave rashly. Brady asked Fiona to examine his vehicle so he could hear her thoughts. She granted the request with reluctance. Brady was shocked to see that his car was vanished when he and Fiona went to the garage. Maggie discovered Fiona missing and the room vacant when she and Victoria later arrived at Xander and Sarah's apartment. Paulina discovered Jada watching the video footage of Sarah's accident in the police station. Jada clarified that she had assumed a more involved role in the case since the force was understaffed. Paulina pledged to get Jada further support. Though grateful, Jada voiced her reservations that they would uncover a strong lead in Sarah's case. At that moment, Jada got a call regarding possibly deleted video that had been found from the night of the crash. Paulina and Jada later saw the updated video on Jada's laptop. They witnessed the collision, but they were unable to identify any information about the vehicle. Jada saw something when she slowed down the video. They had just broken the case wide open, she declared. Jada managed to obtain a portion of the car's license plate number. Paulina was doubtful, but she reassured her that the information might help identify the vehicle and its driver. Johnny and Abe approached a quarreling Chanel and Alex in Horton Town Square. Alex informed Johnny that Chanel had been reliving ancient history, which gave Johnny the impression that Alex was troubling her. With a pout, Alex departed, leaving Johnny with inquiries for Chanel. Grinning slightly, Abe assessed the situation and then excused himself. Chanel was compelled by Johnny to inform him if Alex had been bothering her. Reluctantly, Chanel acknowledged that she and Alex had argued over Allie, but she soon made it clear that her anger was solely directed towards Alex's betrayal of their friendship. Chanel reassured Johnny that she was in the right person's company. The topic of Johnny's desired conversation with Chanel came up. Chanel was first taken aback when he brought up the idea of casting a new ingenue who's a bit of a Spitfire role for body and soul. She was shocked and surprised when Johnny proposed that she try out for the part. Chanel resisted the notion, but Johnny pointed out that she had previously indicated interest in exploring a different artistic endeavor. Her qualms about them working together were allayed as he proceeded to persuade her, complimenting her appearance and talent. The pair clinched the deal with a kiss when Chanel consented to try out. Johnny assured Chanel that her choice would not be regretted. Alex and Abe ran into each other outside the Brady pub. The argument with Chanel was not something Alex wanted to discuss. Instead, Abe asked Alex a question with a smile on his face: "Have you ever thought about becoming an actor?" Taken aback, Alex asserted that he had always had a stronger interest in sports. Alex would be perfect for a role on Body and Soul, according to Abe. With a smile, Alex restated that although he was aware of his attractive demeanor, he was not a performer. Several non-actors, Abe argued, had already been cast. When Alex admitted that he had nothing going on in terms of work, Abe took the opportunity to give him encouragement. Abe warned Alex that he might be working opposite Chanel if he took the assignment. When Alex brought up the conflict with Chanel, Abe acknowledged that he believed Alex and Chanel would be a great fit for the parts in large part because of their back and forth. Alex gave in and aged into the audition since Abe was confident he could handle any potential issues with Chanel and Johnny. Alex wondered what would happen if Chanel was not cast for the role. Alex would have to make sparks fly with someone else, Abe retorted. Subsequently, after reading their lines independently for their auditions, Alex and Chanel both complained loudly about how ridiculous the story was.